Welcome everyone to today's Thursday. And we are now live on Facebook. So good morning to everyone. My name is Lisa Johnson. I'm the president of the Bossier Chamber of Commerce, and I just wanted to welcome you all here today. This is a program that we've been doing on every Thursday, hashtag Thursday with the Bossier Chamber. And this is the month of May, if you didn't know it, which means it's Military May. So I have the pleasure of introducing and welcoming you all to today's program. And I'd like to turn the program over to our Military Relations Liaison, Miss Katie Hawley, to introduce you all today to a new program that our Military Relations Committee has spearheaded, which is led by our board member, Jeff Bean. So Katie, the program is yours.
Thank you, Lisa. I just wanted Lisa to welcome all of you because everyone likes to see her face first thing in the morning. So thank you again, Lisa. Yes, our committee, the Military Relations Committee, has been working really hard for the past 2 years. We started this initiative. Beth is calling me. She must not be able to get on. I apologize. We started this initiative in 2020 and we got paused for a little bit. And when we all came back, we started again and we are now launching it. I'm happy to talk to you about it today. But first I want to thank our Military Relations Committee. They've been working very hard. If you're on WAVE, for our Military Relations Committee, they've worked really hard, and I just want to thank them for their hard work, collaboration, and support for getting this program off the ground. So, what is the Military Community Champion? That's what this program's called. This is a program that will identify, organize, that are committed to serving our military families, and our veterans within our community in terms that are meaningful, comprehensive, and measurable outcomes and impact. So what does that mean? That means your organization has procedures to actively seek out our military community to enhance their mental, emotional, and/or financial well-being, such as jobs, creating hiring procedures that are geared towards hiring and not excluding military-connected individuals, meaning for military getting out, like the DoD Skill Bridge. And I talked to you a little bit about that program last week. If your business is taking part in that program or spouses moving into the area, if you have active hiring procedures to hire our spouses and our veterans. Education, having school programs to welcome new military students, or getting them involved in communities within the community. Tuition assistance for our higher education programs, competitive tuition rates. Family counseling service, family fun events, discounts, things like that. Our military community our spouses are a large part of this community. They're always coming and going, that they're moving to new areas. And so everything is always new to them. So including them in our community is very, very important, and having a stable place for them to be just gives them that stability. So that's very important to them. So in a nutshell, this program, this is a program that goes way beyond just military discount. And to further emphasize that importance, we want to have a few of our speakers speak. But first, I would like to recognize our sponsors. Northrop Grumman, Cyber Innovation Center, Margaritaville Resort and Casino, Barksdale Federal Credit Union, Willis-Knighton, and Northwestern State University. Thank you guys for continually supporting our community and this program. So first, I would like to introduce Barry Regula. He is the General Manager for Margaritaville. Barry, go ahead.
Thank you, Katie. I think a couple of things that Katie touched on are things that we do at Margaritaville and at Boomtown on a regular basis. And we're always trying to find ways to get in front of our military community and their spouses for hiring purposes, whether it's at a job fair or other means. I think one of the things that we just enrolled in that's interesting and may not be broadly known about is a program that the Army puts on, which is called Army Pays. And what that is when people are originally enrolled in the Army, they can choose some career paths that they want to pursue. And we started a relationship early on with the servicemen and women, and then when they're ready to be discharged, they know they have a spot. So that's something we've just recently enrolled in, and we're really excited to see how that program plays out. And it'll also give us access toward a database of people that may have interest in working to us who are spouses and other people. But one of the things that I love the timing of this meeting, because this very weekend, and I'm just going to see if I can share my screen here. Host disabled participant screen sharing. I don't know if that's something you can enable.
I just changed it.
Okay. We have we're just rolling out a program this weekend. Is my screen sharing? I can't tell. And do you see the My Heroes Benefits program up on your screen?
Yes, we see it.
Okay, great. So this very weekend, actually, on May 15th, we're rolling out a new benefit program for military and first responders called My Heroes campaign, and My Heroes, My Benefits. So if you come to our property, you may already be enrolled at our property, but you'll get your own card, your own My Choice benefit card. It'll be this custom card that has My Heroes, your name. And one of the unique things about this is we start you at an elevated tier. So you, as just for enrolling, you'll get 1,000 tier points. You'll be started as an advantage level guest. Our lowest level would be choice, but you'll already be advanced to an advantage level. There's exclusive discounts for you. You can get up to 30% off in the hotel. You'll get a companion card, and you'll get a welcome gift. Our welcome gift right now is this My Heroes pin, and in the future we're going to have a coin that we're going to produce with ours. This is a sample of Hollywood Casinos, but we'll have our own coin. We'll get out to all our members, and you'll get exclusive My Hero promotions, and then a monthly casino play for fun offer. So this is kind of putting our money where our mouth is and institutionalizing a program that recognizes our military. And that's kind of the nutshell. I didn't want to go on too long about it, but that look for more on this in the coming weeks and months ahead. And how do I unshare? I guess you can do that, right? Okay, great.
Thank you, Barry. I'm looking forward to learning more about that program and actually talking to you about that. I have some ideas to help share that program with our military. So thank you again for being here. I'd like to introduce our next speaker, which is Patrick Gillette. He is the president and CEO of Barksdale Federal Credit Union.
Thank you, Katie. Well, Barksdale Air Force Base is great for this community. It's an economic engine that employs more than 9,000 people and supports thousands of veterans in our area. And it brings in more than $473 million in payroll each year. And those funds are spent at our stores, restaurants, and all other retail businesses. Those payroll dollars also flow to many of our churches and charitable organizations in the area. At Barksdale Federal Credit Union, we have hired many military spouses and family members over the years. Usually they are very qualified, sometimes more than qualified for the jobs that we have available, but they are always grateful employees who are very dependable and also very capable. The credit union was started on the base by 10 active duty personnel with $50 total investment, and has grown to almost $2 billion in assets, with a large part of the business coming from active duty, reserves, and retired personnel. So investing in the lives and activities of our military is kind of in our DNA, so to speak. And anything that we can do to help lift morale of the fighting forces and eases some of the stress that they face with deployments and other temporary assignments is well worth the effort. And I thought I would list some of the things that we do on the base that we sponsor that help support the families of the base and the airmen themselves. We have 5K sponsorships. We sponsor 8 5Ks a year, base championship at Bomber Alley, Doggy Dip Day, fitness center, yearly sponsors, library, adult DoD summer reading programs, children's summer reading programs, teen summer reading programs. There's mud runs, Oktoberfest, the Ultimate Challenge, Sports Day, and at the youth center, there's 3-on-3 basketball challenge, American Kids Fun Run, Boys and Girls Clubs Day for kids, Breakfast with Santa, Superhero Dance, Month of Military Child Celebration, and Sports Day. Any of these events and others can be sponsored on the base through the 2nd Bomb Wing Family Support Services Marketing Office. Now, they are very careful about not being seen as endorsing any particular business over another, but any support that a business can give to the family, the military families, will help boost the morale of our fighting forces, and that's what we aim to do. We are also the Northwest Louisiana Military Support Foundation presenting sponsor for the Month of Military Child, and we participate with groups that support our local military, like Every Warrior Matters and Wounded War Heroes, both of which put on events that honor our veterans and their families. And we also support the Military Affairs Council activity, the air show, and scholarship programs. We love having the base here, and by supporting the airmen and their families with quality of life issues, we let the base leadership know that we value them and appreciate having them here. Katie, that's all I had to share this morning, but I appreciate the time and appreciate you letting us be a part of this.
Thank you so much, Patrick. I know Barksdale Federal Credit Union is a huge advocate for our community and our military. So thank you so much for being on and talking with us today.
All right, thank you.
So our next speaker is Dr. Chris Maggio. He is the president of Northwestern State University.
Hey, good morning. Thank you so much, Barry, Patrick. Thank you all, and thank you for your support of our military. I really enjoyed that presentation. We too at Northwestern certainly support our military in a lot of ways. I just want to kind of go down some of the lists. One of the main things that we do is the educational opportunities for our military. Northwestern gives a flat rate tuition, a discounted rate for tuition. And I think what's important is this rate, and it's $192 per credit hour. And it goes to active duty, reservists, retirees, and their dependents. So it's an expanded, not just to the active duty. We think it's important to have the other entities, whether it's reservists, retirees, and certainly their dependents, being able to get this tuition rate. We also certainly recognize the other various tuition assistance programs, such as military TAs and GI Bill, et cetera, as well. Another way that we really try to work together with our military and support is academic programs. I would like to give you one example that we've been able to work out over the last couple of years, and that is our military medic, paramedic to a nursing degree. For years, if somebody that may have been a military medic came into the nursing programs at universities, it was basically starting over. But we advocated to start a program to recognize the training, the certifications that they may have gotten through the military, and we work with those different levels of certifications to fast track a nursing degree program by using the military medic certifications to a nursing degree. And that's just such a win-win for everybody. It's certainly advantageous to the airmen who have got those certifications, but it's also advantageous to our region and our healthcare providers to being able to put out more qualified nurses in our region. Another way that we work is advocacy. We certainly have staff at our campus that work, and some of them are on the call today. I know Ms. Suzette Haddon, who is located at the Educational Center on base at Barksdale Air Force Base, and others that come in and work and not only work with the leadership, but also certainly individually with the airmen and their families and providing educational opportunities. But we also work with them to find out what the needs might be. Maybe it's some certifications that might not be easily transferred between states. And how can we help advocate not only with our legislative leaders and others, that we can break down maybe some of these barriers. And we've seen a lot of advances along these areas in the last several years as well. Another one that we certainly believe in is collaboration. And we really enjoy, whether it's being on the Honorary Commanders program that I'm very honored to sit on with so many other community leaders, but also the sponsorships, the many sponsorships. I know whether it's the kids fishing and the other programs at Northwestern State University and the Northwestern State University Foundation can help sponsor some and show our support to the military. And finally, we always are working, and again, working collaboratively with the leadership, but offering opportunities not only to the airmen, but their families, whether it's military nights down in Natchitoches at some of our athletic events, our football game events and others, where we can feed and entertain and just to get a night away. Always, it's most meaningful, not only for I know the airmen, but it's meaningful for us as well to show that we can show our support for the military. So we would love to continue to do that. Thank you so much for allowing me to have a few minutes to share some of the things at Northwestern State University. And I might add our other universities in our region that certainly work with the military as well. And I certainly wanted to give a shout out to that because we're certainly in all this together. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Maggio. And I would like to thank you for letting Ms. Suzette be on our committees. She is a huge asset. And everything that you guys do to help ease the transition, especially when you're talking about the credentials from the military to your credits and stuff like that, makes a huge difference for our military members. So thank you so much for all the work that you do to put into that to make that happen.
Thank you, Katie. And that is important to recognize Ms. Haddon and the work that she does. We want a seamless, whether it's some of the airmen that are transitioning out to the retiree and making that very art. It's working with the ones that are active and need some assistance through those tuition programs and all that. We're certainly glad to help not only with the lowest flat rate, but also the ease of transition to cut through some of the red tape that they may have found. And that's working very seamlessly. So thank you very much for recognizing her.
Thank you. So next but not least is our chair, our Military Relations Committee chair, Colonel Retired Jeff Bean, who is the Director of Partnership Intermediary Agreement of the Cyber Innovation Center. And I apologize that I completely butchered that.
Okay, thank you. And that's not important. Cyber Innovation Center is important, but I really want to thank the Chamber for taking on this Military Community Champion Initiative. And I'd like to tell you just a little bit about why I think that's so important. I do want to thank Lisa and Barry for their leadership of the Chamber, and thank Katie for working with us as the Military Community Liaison and our Military Relations Committee, because these are the folks here in the community supported by so many of these businesses that are and organizations have already spoken that have come up with this idea and want to recognize all of our various business, industry, education, healthcare providers in our community. Fabric of our community. So saw this kind of thing in the community, this community embracing the military and what the military means. And it goes beyond Barksdale Air Force Base. It's reflected in the service of so many people in our community, in the Army Reserve, Naval Reserve, Marine Corps Reserve, National Guard, certainly at Barksdale Air Force Base, which has grown increasingly in importance since 2009 with the establishment of one of the Air Force's major air commands, Air Force Global Strike Command. The presence of the military in our community is strong. And we wanted, the desire of this chamber was to recognize the businesses' contributions to sustaining and making this community so supportive and strong in the military. Again, you see it reflected across the spectrum of business, education, industry, healthcare, financial institutions. And we wanted to recognize that. Certainly, military members know when they step into a retailer that offers a military discount. But there are many of these companies that do other things for the military. And the Cyber Innovation Center is one that embraces that. Hiring veterans that have been mentioned. And I'll speak here. Many people don't recognize that from Barksdale alone, almost 400 airmen transition annually. We would love to have every one of those 400 airmen stay in our community, to be a part of business, education, all the industry here, bringing their leadership, bringing their experience, bringing their technical skills to grow our community and our economy. We embrace those spouses that come in because there's about 20% annual turnover of families who are going to be the first time at Barksdale Air Force Base. Those who are coming back for a second, maybe or a third time. So and that's also important because this community has never has shied away from that. We've always embraced those airmen and their families, those military and their families, regardless of how long they're here. And I think you see that also reflected in the leadership that this community has played in making it easy for military spouses to transition and work in our community. They bring a heck of a lot to it. So Bossier Chamber, thank you for all of our businesses that are a part of the Chamber. Thank you for what you do. And we are so excited and proud to recognize the businesses in this community that are military community champions. Thanks, Katie.
Thank you, Jeff. And thank you for being our leader in spearheading this program. We really, truly, truly appreciate it. So, thank you again. And thank you all to our guest speakers. I really appreciate your support, your continued support with the Bossier Chamber, our community, and our military. Thank you guys again. So now we want to ask everyone that's on here today, we're going to do a little activity, and we want to see what would being a champion for our military look like to you. So before we get to that, I have a quote. Chief Master Sergeant Josh Swanger, he was our former 2nd Bomb Wing command chief. He said, if the local community is supportive to the needs of the military family with good schools, job opportunities for spouses, religious needs, affordable housing, family activities, and social events, then our airmen can focus on the mission and not worry about those things. A caring community is a powerful force multiplier. So to the military, a supportive community is so supportive in their mission accomplishment. So now on to our activity. Jessica, you're getting away from me here. We're going to do a little activity, and we want to know what would being a champion for our military look like.
Sorry, I'm trying.
That's okay. So does anyone have any questions so far? Here we go. So first we're going to start with what would being a champion for our military look like for me, for yourself. Now you can type, where do you type at? You hit the, I can't see, the little sticky. Can everyone get on there and do that? Right, Jessica, how do we do this? Oh, or text.
Y'all can just put it in the chat, or you can unmute yourselves and I'll type it for you.
So what would being a champion for our military look like for you as an individual? How about inclusiveness? Volunteering. Ooh, education support. Community overall. Support of families left behind. Ooh, that's a good one.
So do y'all have any more specifics on how to support families left behind as an individual? Or does anybody have any good stories?
Making sure military and military family members know about local resources. Oh, that's good, Katie. Invite to church events, neighborhood events, over for dinner. Ooh, very good, Beth. Spouse night out, yes. Okay, next one would be what for entities I belong to, for organizations like churches, nonprofit organizations. How would that being a champion for the military look like as far as an organization? For your business?
I'm sorry, Katie, what was the question?
Oh, same question. What would being a champion for our military look like as an organization? So we're going from what it would look like for me as a person to an organization that you belong to, whether it's your business, a nonprofit organization, a church, you know, things like that. What would it look like as an organization as a whole?
So like Suzette's answer of educational support, I moved it to entities I belong to because obviously we have strong education institutions that are doing that. And so that would be what your organization or entity or business could offer.
Providing discounts, incentives, counseling is a good one. Hiring our veterans. Being known as a welcoming community and a premier place to be stationed. Making hiring veterans a priority. That one's good. Hiring spouses. Welcoming students, our new students, so that they feel welcome and comfortable in the new school that they're constantly moving to be in. Getting those students involved in different programs, organizations. So next, as a community overall, what would that look like to be a military champion? Oh, those are a lot of green ones. Those are good. As a community overall, I think Kathy French had a good one. Welcoming, being a welcome community and increasing business with military families, being a premier place to be stationed. Our church seeks to help military transition to our community and support them and their families while assigned here. Ooh, that one's good. Invite to special events. Events that they might not know about, annual events that we have. Invite them to there so they know what's going on in the community. Highlighting the VA system. That one's very good. Especially if they choose to retire here. Extend an open hand to support the members as they transition into the community. Very good. Other retirement benefits that are specific to our community. Oh, that one's good. These are all great. So the reason for this this little exercise is to get you guys to open up your mind and kind of see what possibilities this program has. It's not just a military discount. it goes deeper than that. It's what we can do as a community to make our military and their families and our veterans feel at home here, even if it's just temporary. Whatever we can do to make them feel comfortable and hopefully, like Jeff said, want to stay here. Have a better understanding of the financial struggles of a military family. That one's very good, Susan.
These are great, y'all.
Yeah, these are great. Can we screenshot that?
Yes,
love it.
I'll share it on Facebook as well later. And Katie will send y'all the recording of this in case someone in your office or something needs to see it as soon as we can download it and put it on YouTube. And I'll include this so y'all can have it as well and continue to create discussion. But this is great.
Yeah, this is great. Okay, so does anyone have any questions? I love your guys's your input. So now we get to go into how to be a part of this. Now we're going to take you live into our website. We just got it up yesterday. I'm super, super excited. We got our logo in yesterday, so this is the big reveal. Well, once we get it, I'm super excited.
Is it
So,
there?
here is our page on the Bossier Chambers website. I love it. So there's a couple, where it says you can apply here. It will take you to a Google form, and that will allow you to fill it out. It'll explain the program, kind of ask who you are, what business you're with. Are you a member of the Bossier Chamber? Describe your organization and why it's an excellent place for military and their families or veterans. Are you a veteran-owned organization? And here's some of the criteria. Now, this is new, so, you know, as we learn about what organizations in our community do, what things they are doing, this will expand. So this is not exclusive right now. We are still, we're still in the crawl, almost getting into the walk portion of this. So this will grow as we learn more. And then keep scrolling down. So for down here, you could just give examples of the things that you do, just expand on those a little bit more. Like if you give a discount, how much is your discount? So we can put that out there to our military so they can see what your organization does and provide for our military. Does your organization have military, spouse, veteran, child programs or opportunities that are not listed above? So again, like if you have things that you do that are not listed above, please provide that so that we can learn and what our military can see what you guys do as well. So yes, this is our board and this is our new logo. Here's some of the quick things to see if you do qualify for the DoD Skill Bridge program. If you're not familiar with that, that'll give you a link. It'll take you to explain what that program is. It is a Department of Defense wide program, so it's just not exclusive to this area. You can enter your information in there and be listed nationwide so that everyone can look at your business and what you do, and that you do hire military that are getting out of the military. And then there's another quick link there: utilize and seek out suppliers, vendors that are veteran-owned businesses or service-disabled veteran-owned small businesses. That'll take you and show you a list of those veteran-owned
This is the Louisiana, the state started the Veterans First program, and they have this database where people register as a veteran-owned business. So we're taking people straight there if they're looking for veteran-owned businesses to use or utilize within their business or organization.
So we're in the process of getting the designator. You'll get it, if you qualify, you'll get it digitally, and we're working on getting like window clings or a little, what do you call them?
Yard signs.
Yard signs and stuff like that, so that you can show it off out in the community. So there is some symbolism in our logo. So as you can see, the red, white, and blue, our military stands for our freedom. So we got that on there. And the gold around it stands for the yellow ribbon for our military spouses. And the 2 gold stars, every one of us has skin in the game. We all have a family member, a friend, a neighbor, a child, a parent that was in the military, a cousin. So that's for, you know, the Gold Star mothers. We all take part, we all have a part in our military. And then, of course, we got a little bit of a purple in our pinwheel for our military children. And of course, you know, Louisiana, we're a strong military supportive state. So that's kind of the symbolism behind our logo. And I'm just super, super excited to get this thing off the ground. So does anyone have any questions?
I just put the link in the chat for everyone if you want to go to the page. And if we don't have any questions, then we can we can end with our video. But if you do have a question, Katie,
Huh?
if we have questions, then we can address those. If not, we can end with our video.
Jeff, would you like to say something?
Well, I don't want to preclude any other questions, but I know that we have businesses listening, representatives of businesses listening in that may not have heard of the DoD SkillBridge program. Cyber Innovation Center has participated in this, and I highly encourage you, if you are looking for employees now, please consider and look at the SkillBridge program. This offers an opportunity from an investment. The only investment on your company's part is to train and transition this veteran in their last 6 months of service. So your investment is in training, mentoring, in transition, and that is a fantastic benefit to your country, to your company, whether or not you end up employing them or enabling them to get a civilian certification where they could contribute to another business. But I highly encourage our businesses to take a look at that program. It's been incredibly beneficial to us. Thanks.
So I had a question. Thank you, Jeff. And I keep a list. If you're interested in participating in that DoD SkillBridge, I do keep a list of businesses, and I do occasionally have military folks from base that are transitioning out call me and ask, you know, what businesses participate in that, and I direct them to those businesses. But it doesn't necessarily have to be just signing up with me. It's more the individual contacting that business. But if that military member is having issues, you know, trying to get a hold of that business or vice versa, you know, I can help just kind of be the middleman and assist in those areas. So Kelly Phillips had a question. How will the military family receive this information and resource? Well, it's going to be on our website. I'm going to put that stuff in our, I go to Right Start on base twice a month. And for all our newcomers, I'm going to put that information in there as well. I also send that information to the Barksdale Spouses Club. So I just try to get it out any way possible. A lot of our committee members are also on the Spouses Club and in the military or work for the military. So we have lots of different ways to get that information out to them. And I think the more that the military members see it on the businesses and they walk around and they start seeing our logo and stuff, it's just more visible and it's going to be on our website. So before they move here and they start researching this area, they'll be able to see it. It's just, it's more visible and measurable for them. I did that.
And just for clarification, I mean, it was pretty clear. Sorry, I guess I'll come on since I'm the voice in the back. Katie goes to Right Start on Base. So any new airman who comes to Barksdale goes to this program. So any new person who is coming here will be going there. And when she speaks about it, then she'll be letting them know that this exists so that they can look for these businesses whenever they're out and about, either, you know, their spouse is applying for a job or they're looking to obviously spend money in the community, you know, going out and doing things and participating. I also had a question if there was a fee associated with the program. There's not. We just want you to fill out the form and qualify. And let's just say, so we've asked for you to be a champion, you need to be able to do 4 of the things on the list. So let's just say you did 3 and you really were searching for a 4th. That's a great conversation we'd love to have with you so that we could help you find another avenue. And so the reason we chose, I'm sorry, Katie.
That's okay.
Just going off from this question. You know, we didn't want to just, like Katie has said numerous times, it's not just about the discount. We want to make sure that when we send military to a business who we're calling a champion, they really are doing multiple things to support the military community. So that's kind of the reason why there's multiple, you have to go through multiple layers, but we're more than happy to help you figure out multiple things that your business or organization can do if you're currently, you know, doing 2 or something. So,
and also, you know, if you are hiring spouses and things like that, our job board, get that on our job board. Your designator can go on there as well so that they know that you're hiring spouses, veterans, things like that. If you are involved in the DoD Skill Bridge program, put that on the job board as well in your job that you're wanting. So get that on there, do that job board. So that's all I had. Does anyone have anything else? Any other questions? So we're going to go into our little video. We had I asked a sophomore in high school to assist in doing a little project and making a video for us to kind of just do a little tickler of what this program is. And Miss Brianna Cooley did a great job. I'm so proud of her. So Jessica's going to show you the video.
if everybody can turn your videos off, a lot of times the video will come across better for you if your video is not on. So I'll be doing that and then I'll be sharing the video. You're not missing it. It just takes a couple of steps. Sorry.
are home to a diverse military population, including active, Guard, and Reserve components, including Army, Marines, Navy, and Air Force.
We are a compassionate community seeking to support our military members and their families.
We're appreciative of our military members, their spouses, children, and our veterans.
We can develop strategic initiatives to hire military spouses and transitioning veterans.
We can show our military members they have a place in our community.
We do understand the sacrifices of military families transitioning into our community.
We do seek to better support our military students at every level.
We do strive to continue learning how to include all military members through inclusive language and programs.
Can you implement veteran and spouse hiring initiatives?
Can you offer services or military discounts to your customers?
Can you open your arms to the military in our community?
Can you?
Can you?
Can you show your support? Go to BozierChamber.com and find out how you can be a military community champion.
I love it. So thank you all again for joining us. If you have questions, please don't be afraid to call me. I am here. Email me, whatever you want to do. I am here and I'm more than happy to talk about this new program. So thank you again for participating and have a great day. Oh yes, my email is mrc@bozierchamber.com or khawley@bozierchamber.com.